Sister Wives. I'm convinced Robyn Brown turned fans against her during this poignant throwback moment. Has she changed at all? A particular scene in Sister Wives history was certainly the moment that turned Robyn Brown into a villain, if you ask me. Cody long envisioned a large family with many children. Cody married Mary in the early 1990s, followed by Janelle and Cristin, forming a plural marriage. However, after meeting Robyn, Cody's focus shifted. He increasingly prioritized Robyn's needs, creating tension among the original wives. These dynamics led to the unraveling of the family's unity. Today, Cody is no longer in a plural marriage and remains in a monogamous relationship with Robyn following his separation from Mary, Janelle, and Cristin. Robyn was once regarded as one of Cody's most devoted and compliant wives, a trait that initially earned her favor with many viewers. On camera, Robyn came across as compassionate and supportive, fully embracing the principles of polygamy. Robyn appeared to take genuine pride in being part of Cody's large family, often stepping into shared parenting roles and assisting in the care of the other wives' children, actions that reinforced her image as a committed and cooperative member of the plural household. However, she couldn't uphold this image forever when the coats of paint peeled to reveal her true colors. A nervous Robyn finally announces her new pregnancy to the family in the 2011 episode. It was Cody who declared, in 7.5 months, truly won't be the little one anymore, to his family, including the rest of his children, and most of them didn't react to the news with a smile. Cody's words made it look like he was pushing his youngest aside to make space for a new child with his new wife. He was replacing Truly and had no more room for her in his life. The older kids' reactions were totally understandable, and so was Janelle's. They had just moved and were still trying to settle in, when suddenly there was news of another baby on the way. From Janelle's perspective, especially thinking in practical, budget-minded terms, it meant one more person to support with already limited resources. Mariah and Leon's sour faces were the result of their expecting their mother to give them a new sibling. More importantly, Robyn did get villain status for choosing to tell Mary first about her pregnancy while knowing she struggled with fertility. It was Mary's dinner party at Mary's house, and there could have been more thought that went into how Robyn revealed she was pregnant. However, she proved she was so selfish and wanted sympathy for the way the children reacted to the news of her being pregnant. Mary and Cody were in a sexless marriage, with him telling her he didn't want any more kids, but here was Cody having babies with Robyn. It would have been best for Cody to not surprise his kids on camera with such sensitive news, but this incident became a turning point for Robyn's reputation. Over the years, viewers gradually came to see a different side of Robyn, one that contrasted sharply with the persona she projected on camera. Notably, she rarely encouraged Cody to engage with his other wives, raising questions about her role in the growing distance within the family. Over time, Robyn appeared to assume the position of the family's central matriarch, seemingly viewing herself as elevated above the others. Her influence over Cody's decisions increased significantly, affording her a level of authority and emotional connection that the other wives did not appear to share. Improving her public image will be a challenge for Robyn. Robyn's emotional displays during minor disagreements have struck many viewers as insincere, leading fans to dub her Sobin in response to what they perceive as exaggerated or manipulative crying. Had Robyn supported Cody in nurturing his relationships with Mary, Janelle, and Cristin, she might have earned admiration. Instead, many feel she prioritized herself, damaging her reputation. To rebuild likability, Robyn may need to show more authenticity and less strategy in how she presents herself to both the family and Sister Wives viewers. There are plenty of controversial moments that have left Sister Wives fans shaking their heads, but one particular scene from the past has lodged itself in viewers' collective memory like a splinter. A throwback moment so layered in emotion, awkwardness, and tone-deaf behavior that it could have been written for television. But it wasn't. It was Robyn Brown in all her raw, mascara-running glory, delivering a performance that still fuels fan debates over whether her tears were genuine, manipulative, or something eerily in between. The moment I'm referring to. The infamous "this is what I always wanted" speech, you know the one, where Robyn, barely able to contain her emotion, thanks Cody for marrying her and for giving her what she always dreamed of, a big, polygamous family. Meanwhile, the rest of the wives sat around her, shell-shocked and stewing in their own heartbreak. It was a moment meant to be touching, poignant, maybe even redemptive. But instead, it landed like a slap across the face, especially for the original three wives who had been navigating the turbulent waters of plural marriage long before Robyn ever stepped into the Brown family orbit. That teary-eyed confession, delivered with the trembling sincerity of a soap opera heroine, was supposed to affirm the beauty of the plural family dream. Instead, it exposed just how out of sync Robyn was with the emotional realities of the women she now called sister wives. And that's when many fans started to turn on her. What made the moment so brutal was the contrast. Cristin, Janelle, and Mary, each worn down by years of compromise, emotional neglect, and shared sacrifice, listened in silence while Robyn described their pain as her fantasy. The camera lingered on Cristin's face, and even then you could see it, the beginning of her unraveling. Her soft smile was strained, her eyes hollow. How could Robyn not see what she was doing? In hindsight, that scene became the ghost of the Browns' future. It was the turning point for the audience, the moment when Robyn's role shifted from fresh start to favorite wife. The sense that she was Cody's chosen one started to crystallize. And worse, she didn't seem oblivious to it. She seemed to bask in it. Has Robyn changed since then? That's the million-dollar question. Some argue that Robyn is simply misunderstood, an introverted woman thrust into the harsh spotlight of reality television, trying to protect her children and forced to bear the weight of otherwise discontent. In more recent episodes, Robyn has painted herself as the martyr, the only one still trying to live the plural marriage dream. She tears up when talking about Cody's emotional detachment from the other wives. She insists she didn't want to be the last woman standing, that she didn't want a monogamous marriage with Cody, not like this, and maybe in her own way, that's true. But there's a difference between not wanting something and doing nothing to stop it. As Cristin packed her bags and found love again, as Janelle drew a line and chose independence, and as Mary, bless her loyal heart, finally walked away, Robyn remained. Always a step behind the fallout, always positioned as the good wife who stayed. The optics haven't changed. Cody still lights up around her, and she still seems to occupy a place of emotional exclusivity in his life. It's hard to forget how he sat beside her on the couch with warm familiarity, while the other wives were left out in the metaphorical, and sometimes literal cold. Has Robyn evolved? Maybe. But if she has, it hasn't been enough to redeem her in the eyes of many viewers. She still cries a lot. She still gives long-winded monologues about how hard this has all been for her. But she rarely seems to acknowledge the pain the other women endured, the way Cody pulled away from them, the silent but devastating reality that the man they all once loved became emotionally unavailable the minute Robyn entered the picture. That throwback moment was supposed to celebrate sisterhood, unity, and the beauty of plural love. Instead, it laid bare the painful truth that not everyone gets a fairy tale, that some dreams are built on the back of someone else's heartbreak. Even now, when Robyn speaks, her words carry that same undertone, a sense of righteousness, of believing she's the one who got it right. Fans hadn't forgotten that. In fact, many are more convinced than ever that her carefully curated vulnerability isn't vulnerability at all. It's control dressed up as compassion. Of course, reality TV edits are just that. Edits. We don't see everything, but we've seen enough. Enough to know that sometimes the most telling moments aren't the ones filled with screaming and drama. Sometimes it's the quiet scenes, the lingering glances, the uncomfortable silences, like that throwback moment, that speak volumes.